Guys, what up? Back at you once again. It is ya bigot boy Chin, that freaking Mark. SmackDown was on again, and I enjoyed it again. Wouldn't you know it? Let's talk about it again. So, the new Daniel Bryan, probably the best thing in the world right now. SmackDown just opens up, and he's chilling at the concession stands, and he's like, these are what you would call concession stands. And he, really has beef against them. Side note, the people that work at the arena in the background, priceless. They're just like, what the hell is going on here? Besides hating concession stands, Daniel Bryan also really hates hot dogs. How dare you ever eat a hot dog? He especially hates soda so much that he'll just toss it right up in your grill piece. And he also hates AJ Styles merch. Don't you dare buy any AJ Styles merch, especially his nifty little gloves, because they're pointless, right? And then he just makes his way back into the arena, just talking shit to the crowd the whole way down, and he's just like, you, impotent, change it. You, impotent, change it. I knew there was no way in hell he was gonna make it all the way down there without somebody in the crowd saying fuck, and it definitely happened. So either way, he just makes his way all the way down there, and he's just being a total dick. And R-Truth comes out, and he's just causing a muck. Hell yeah, R-Truth, way to be legit. Next up, we have ourselves the match between Daniel Bryan and R-Truth, and honestly, it was just a really quick match. It wasn't anything to get really super jazzed about, but here's what I liked the most about it is that R-Truth wasn't a joke and he looked super serious. Don't know how long that's gonna stick around, but I liked it. You're booking that former NWA World Heavyweight Champion properly, and I like when you do that, so not too shabby. I mean, he lost, but he wasn't just looking like a total goober the whole time, so props. But yeah, that wasn't the end of things, because in ranting and raving about how much he hates AJ Styles merch, AJ Styles heard it. Ain't that about a bitch? He just comes on out, starts kicking the shit out of D-Brizzle, and he's just like, yeah, booyaka, booyaka. Now like Rey Mysterio's music, but you know, he was just... As soon as AJ Styles picks up a chair to start whopping ass, Daniel Bryan is just not having it. And I don't blame him, because you know what? I got a freaking steel chair right here, and I wouldn't want to get hit with it. This shit looks painful. BCW plug, what up? So next up, we have WWE doing a pretty good job of delivering us some new matchups and stuff like that. We got Rey Mysterio and Mustafa Ali versus Samoa Joe and Andrade Cien Almas. And honestly, the only notes I have for this match is sick match. It was exactly that. It was just awesome. Rey Mysterio and Andrade Cien... I can't even put a sentence together. Like, awesome. The whole match was awesome. Everything about it was great. CN caught the 619 towards the end of the match, and he did something and then it turned into a DDT, I think. Either way, Rey Mysterio still looked awesome in defeat here. Yeah, did I mention that I enjoyed this match? It was pretty good. After that, we're backstage, and Shane McMahon is finally coming around to the idea of being partners with The Miz, but that is not stopping him from being a dick about taking a phone call to just blow The Miz off. And you know what? Now that I think about it... Boom! Mic drop! Fuck you, Shane McMahon. You get a dick move for being a dick. That's the dick move of the night. But you're also being optimistic. I feel internally confused about this dick move. I don't know, but there you go. We then have Rusev in the middle of the ring, and from the start of this promo, I knew exactly what was going to happen. I didn't know exactly that Shinsuke was going to show up in the TV area, but I did know that Shinsuke was going to be like, hey dude, you're basically the one that hit Lana, because that's what happened. Shinsuke's in the back. He shows the footage of how Lana was on Shinsuke's back, and then Rusev kicks. It just wasn't a good call, man. I said it in last week's nut getting busted. Like, it's not a good call to do that. You're basically just giving Shinsuke for this leverage. But Rusev gets super pissed, super machka, super handsome, runs to the backstage area there, looking for Shinsuke Nakamura. He's like bashing him with the shit, and they just brawl. Shinsuke gets the upper hand, and Jamie Noble was there. So, how that ended. Killer. And then we have the WWE not doing such a good job at giving us fresh matches. it was the Bar versus the Usos. It's a match we've seen a bunch. Still a good match every time because all the competitors are freaking awesome. Here's my main points of this match. We have Jimmy Uso on the outside, fourth wall breaking, telling the cameraman to move, and then we also have Mandy Rose coming out to be like, hey Jimmy, I left my gold gear in your hotel room. Could I come and get it? Bow, chicka, bow, bow. And yeah, that just led to a distraction so the Bar could win. After that shenanigans kind of play out, The Miz comes out and he's just like being super confident Miz, and he's like, I think that we need to get a championship match. How about it? And he basically gets a brogue kick and a championship match. So 50-50 booking for Miz, right? After the afterwards, that being Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville backstage, Mandy drops the towel and she had her gold gear the whole time. But Naomi is super pissed, right? She just takes both of them at once, and she was doing it pretty much the whole time until Sonya got like a pretty stiff kick up in there. And then Jimmy comes and intervenes, and he's just like, what the hell y'all doing? Like, get back. No, sorry. He tells them to go away, and then he fourth wall breaks again. A repeat offender up in here, Jimmy Uso. What are you doing? And he tells the camera people to get back. He's like, yo, give us some space or whatever. What are you doing, Jimmy Uso? I guess you can fourth wall break in the new era of WWE. Hell yeah, brother. And then while we're just hanging out backstage, Daniel Bryan's leaving because he's mad about having mustard on his t-shirt. And he's just yelling, very loudly yelling, Daniel Bryan. And he's also yelling and delusional Daniel Bryan because he's talking about how he's going to be champ forever. So we'll see how that turns out for you, Daniel Bryan. We then have ourselves the main event for the evening, that being Charlotte versus Carmella versus Becky Lynch, and it was a pretty good match. I mean, it was, look who's in it, okay? We have ourselves another great match here. We have, at one point, I thought Charlotte was going to hit a tombstone. I was like, no freaking way, but then it totally didn't happen. We got a Charlotte double moonsault. She didn't do two of them. She hit it on both Becky and Carmella at once, and it was just ridiculous, and I was like, God damn it, that's ridiculous. But she also missed a moonsault on the outside. How often do you see Charlotte miss a moonsault? Not too often. I feel like that's one of the moves that she just like always sticks, but that was probably payback for getting the double moonsault. I'm getting sidetracked here. We have Becky getting the disarmor on Carmella for the win, and Becky is going to be the one going up against Asuka at the Royal Rumble, not winning the Royal Rumble like I was anticipating her to do. So this should be interesting. Regardless, Asuka is going to come out because she's just going to gloat, basically, and that's what she does. Comes out to gloat and just reminds us that she is the women's champ, and I'm okay with that, even though she hasn't been doing too much with it. It'd be nice to see her more at WWE. What the actual fuck? Come on, man. Alrighty, mi amigos, and that has been another Nougaty Nut Biggity Busted. And if you're new to these videos and you're wondering what the hell that was about, that's what we do here. We bust nuts. It's in a nutshell. It's been you biggity boy, Chin, that freaking Mark. For some reason, I've just been on like DJ autopilot with my biggities and diggities and just, I don't know, man. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that'd just be really sick. Alright? Killer, bro. Shaka. Whatever. I don't even know what I'm doing with my hands anymore. Alright? Ricky Bobby. See you next week. Doses.